Live from Drzonków, this is Modern Pentathlon Under 24 Junior European Championships men's competition. My name is Wojciech Nowakowski and I will commentate for you the final event of today's men's final, the laser run. As always, it's the pistol shooting, laser pistol shooting 4 series and 4 times running of 800 meters, which is 5 laps of 160 meters here at the hall in the Drzonków. The leader after fencing, riding and swimming, in fact swimming, fencing, riding, as this is the order in which the competitions were held, today is Kirim Shechmametyev from Ukraine. As you can see, 866 points. With 25 seconds of advantage, he will start to the laser run, pursuit run with the handicap start. 25 seconds of advantage over the sole Hungarian in today's field, Bence Kardos. And then we have 2 Poles, Kamil Kasperczak and Łukasz Gutkowski. Kasperczak having 34 seconds of loss to Shechmametyev, while Gutkowski, along with Marek Gryć, the defending champion from last year, as Gutkowski won 2 years ago that Under 24 European Championships, and Hordy Bereznyakov, the Ukrainian, are having the same point result of 831, and they will all start with 35 seconds of loss to the gold medal, so the leader Kirim Shechmametyev, but only 1 second to the bronze, which is now taken by Kasperczak, but of course that's the laser run, which always makes big emotions and changes quite a lot in the final classification. In the following places we've got the Swiss Maxence Hofer, Czech Jakub Maleczek, Turkish Duran Nusretoglu, Polish Daniel Wawrynowicz, and Ukrainian Alexander Shelest. And this is the place where we need to say about the team classification, in which we have just 2 teams, the 3 teams of Ukraine, Poland and Turkey, as the other of the 7 nations didn't start with the 3 athletes, so only Ukraine, Poland and Turkey count for that team classification. And right now, as Shechmametyev has quite a strong lead ahead of the rivals, Ukraine leads by 32 seconds ahead of Poland, with Turkey being quite far from those top 2 places with 150 points of loss to the leaders. So the battle between Ukrainians and Poles, not only individually, as we see Shechmametyev preparing to start from the first position, with Kasperczak and Gutkowski in 3rd and 4th, but also with other athletes between them, including Bence Kardos and Marek Gryć, and Hordy Bereznyakov, another Ukrainian. That's not only the individual battle, we will also count for the medals, for the gold medal battle within the team. So in fact we'll have to wait for the final results, and we will see the battle also in the further places by the further 4th, maybe even Polish, Ukrainian athletes for the best time possible they can achieve in today's competition. We are just half a minute to the start of the leader, Kirim Shechmametyev from Ukraine. And then, as I said, 25 seconds later, Bence Kardos will lead the field, chasing the leader in a battle for the title of the Under 24 Junior European Champions in Modern Pentathlon. And the whistle as the sign for Kirim Shechmametyev. We will see him in a while at the shooting range, and that's his next task, to hit the target 5 times. He makes the first hit, then there is a miss on the second one, but there's also the second green light for him. Of course, you can run off the range when you get 50 seconds, but we've got 5 green lines, so Shechmametyev is leaving the range as Bence Kardos is entering it. And now we've got that field of 4 athletes, Kasperczak, whose 1 second advantage was nothing, and they are starting together with Gutkowski, Gryć and Bereznyakov, all of them chasing now Bence Kardos, while we can see now Kirim Shechmametyev finishing his first lap of 160 meters, but there's 4 more until the next visit at the shooting range. And we can see now Gutkowski, Grycz and Kardosz fighting for the silver medal, with Kasperczak and Bereznyakov in 5th and 6th place. Now at the shooting range we've got Max Hofer, but is now further in the classification. And now we can see the athletes here at the range, and we've got Daniel Ławrynowicz coming now for to the shooting range. So just a while behind him will be Aleksander Szeles, and now they will be fighting for being the third of their team and fighting for the best result possible. But as I can see now, Daniel Ławrynowicz is leaving the range with still not a single hit, just at the moment the first hit by Aleksander Szeles, so that's a big loss for Ukrainians in the battle for the team gold. But concentrating now on the individual battle for the gold, we've got Kerim Shekmametyev leading with quite a lead so far, but we will see how well will his rivals do. In fact, Bence Kardosz is now in the 2nd place, while Gutkowski and Grycz are battling for the 3rd place, chased by Kamil Kasperczak, who has left a little bit of behind him Horty Bereznyakov. So that's another chance for Poland to get that home country gold, at least in the team event. But we will see. We saw that Shekmametyev, an athlete who has trained for quite a long time the pentathlon, but just this year he managed to get some progress in the training to get to the national team of Ukraine, and that progress led him to the 1st place before the laser run. But we saw that his first shooting was not a great one, but now we can see him visiting the range for the 2nd time, and well, he's lost quite a lot of advantage over Bence Kardosz. So the Hungarian will be now chasing him for the gold, and right now entering the range are Gutkowski and Grycz, so 2 athletes who took the gold individually in the last 2 years. And we've got also Kasperczak, but for now Bence Kardosz leaving the range in the 1st place, chased by Shekmametyev, and the 3rd place so far for Łukasz Gutkowski, very known from his great laser run. And then Marek Grycz and Kamil Kasperczak chasing also the podium. So we've got in fact all the favorites in the top 4, top 5 positions. Well, maybe the Shekmametyev is quite a surprise here. We can now see Gutkowski here on the corner in the 3rd position, chased by Grycz and Kasperczak, the 2 athletes, the 2 Poles, one of them representing Czech Republic, quite close to each other, but just at 4th position. And the leader now is the Hungarian Bence Kardosz, whom we see now on the screen, finishing with another of his 160 meters laps on his road to the 3rd shooting, which means the halfway to the finishing line. Łukasz Gutkowski still in 3rd position, and right now we can see, maybe not on the screen, but here at my station, Kasperczak has overtaken Grycz, so that's another good result for the home country. Here the hosts are of course hoping for the gold after yesterday's silver of the women's team of Wiktoria and Michalina Wierzba, 2 sisters, and Ewa Pytyszewska. But right now we are fighting for the men's medals, and I think Gutkowski is closing to Shekmametyev, giving him still a chance for something more than just a bronze medal. And also Kasperczak and Grycz coming quite close to the only Pole having the Olympic quota for Tokyo 2020 so far in modern pentathlon, as Gutkowski took the 6th place during last year's European Championships in Bath in England. And now the all-Polish battle for a bronze medal. We can see now Gutkowski and Kasperczak on the straight for the bronze medal so far, but of course in a while we can see the athletes here on the range, where already we have Bence Kardosz, our leader, Here we can see him shooting. Now he got the pace, so in a while he will surely leave the range. But now we've got the three athletes fighting not only for bronze but also for silver right now. And the fourth one, Marek Grycz. So we've got Szechmametiev, Kasperczak, Gutkowski and Grycz. And it seems Łukasz Gutkowski showing his great ability of laser run and laser shooting. And Gutkowski in the second place with Grycz in third and Kasperczak in fourth, as we saw him closing the gap to Marek Grycz on the recent lap, the second lap. We can now say that it's gonna be quite an interesting battle. For now, Kardosh is running solely for the first place, so maybe we could see the athletes fighting behind him and chasing him. In fact, we have them now near the range, so we are watching now that curve on the other side of the hall, and here we are with Łukasz Gutkowski and Marek Grycz in third, while with number 17 Yunus Çalışkan, the Turkish athlete, is being lapped, and that seemed to help a little bit for Marek Grycz, who overtook Gutkowski, his 1 year older rival from the neighbor country. As you can see, they are now running hand in hand, fighting for that silver medal, and surely saving some strength for the final lap. But also they need to remember about the tactics of keeping calm at the shooting range, and of course the tactics of the one being in front. And as usually, it's easier to attack than to defend. This year in Cairo, the only World Cup, we could have seen the great battle between the athletes from Great Britain, Kate French, and Uliana Batasheva from Russia, also changing at the lead and last lap with a final victory of the Brit. And now we've got that interesting battle for the silver of the Under-24 Junior European Championships between the last two winners. Gutkowski, who is 1 year younger, so he will be here also next year. He took the gold 2 years ago, while Grycz came here last year for the last time. At the last moment, sorry, for the last time he came here, but at the last moment he came here and took the gold, quite surprisingly for himself, but not for those who are watching Pentathlon for some time. And we've got Bence Kardosh, of course, leading after the final shooting, and he seems to be safe in that first position. But now a great shooting, 5 out of 5 for Łukasz Gutkowski in the battle for silver, and he's got an advantage. Marek Grycz will have to chase him quite a lot to close that distance. Kamil Kasperczak in that fourth position. He seems to be that seems to be the place he finishes, of Kerim Szechmametiev being a little bit behind him. But Kasperczak struggled a little bit on the shooting, on that final shooting series. And now we can see the leader, Bence Kardosh, running for his gold medal, another gold medal this season after defending the title of senior national champion in Hungary. So his second gold within last 2 years in that place, and also now getting very close to the gold medal of the Junior European Championships Under-24. In the second place, Łukasz Gutkowski, whom I think we will see in a while on our screen, being chased by Marek Grycz, the defending champion. And of course there is also a battle between the Poles and Hungarians for that team gold medal. Right now Gutkowski and Kasperczak far ahead of the first Ukrainian, Kerim Szechmametiev, so that would bring surely the gold also for the host country, but also the gold for Hungary. Bence Kardosh now running for that position, number one for the top of the podium. And there are also the other athletes running. Szechmametiev, we've got Alexander Shelest right now at the shooting range, but we've got Bence Kardoš taking the gold medal, becoming the under-24 junior European champion. But now, where is the battle for silver? There is Łukasz Gutkowski finishing. Marek Grycz quite far behind him. That's gonna be too much for him to close the difference. So there will be another silver for Poland. Gutkowski is yet checking, and that's the silver medal for Poland, which we can hear the applause from the publics, from mostly the coaches and the other teammates of him. And the bronze for Marek Grycz, and the fourth place for Kamil Kasperczak with quite a strong advantage over the next athletes. The finishing line is closing for some of them, and here is the first Ukrainian, that's Kirim Shechmametyev, starting in first position, but now in fifth. We are still waiting for the other athletes, but I think that at this moment the gold is very close to the Polish team. Right now the finish for the sixth place of Hordy Berezniakow, and in the seventh place Daniel Wawrynowicz still has one more lap to finish. The difference between Kasperczak, Gutkowski and the other two, so the Ukrainians Shechmametyev and Berezniakow, was quite a big one. So I think that if Wawrynowicz comes as the next athlete to the finishing line ahead of Ukraine, then the Poland will celebrate the gold medal also in the team classification at their home competition of under-24 junior European championships here in Drzonków. Here we can see now number 18 Władysław Czekan, the one who made that battle for the gold medal much harder for Ukrainians, who are having 3 out of 4 top places before riding a terrible mistake on the warming up parkour with the jump in the wrong way, in the wrong direction, concluding with the elimination of Władysław Czekan, and that meant no other mistake was possible for Ukrainians, while Alexander Szelest, whom we can see now crossing the finishing line, had to make a great job, but with such a great runners as he had to battle, as Wawrynowicz, Gutkowski, Kasperczak. That's definitely the young generation of the Polish athletes being really strong in the laser run. That was definitely the Poland, despite the 32 seconds of loss at the beginning. That was definitely easier job for the Polish team to get that gold, and also the silver individually for Łukasz Gutkowski. But also we've got the individual gold medalist from Hungary, Bence Kardoš, and the bronze medal for the athlete who is finishing his under-24 junior career this year. Marek Grycz finishes it with the bronze individually. We'll probably see him also tomorrow in the mixed relay. But here we can see the new champion, newly crowned champion. He will be crowned in a while on the podium. Bence Kardoš taking the congratulations from Kirim Shechmametyev. I think that concludes our... no, I think we've got one more athlete. That's Filip Olejnik. So the fourth pole being now crossing the finish line. And that concludes today's coverage of the laser run event and of the men's competition, with the victory of Bence Kardoš, silver for Łukasz Gutkowski and bronze for Marek Grycz. I invite you now for the ceremony in a separate coverage on our YouTube channel of Polish Modern Pentathlon Association. Thank you very much for your attention today, and see you tomorrow for the mixed relay. Goodbye.